world. I am happy to welcome you to our Zoom Titters comedy house party with our wonderful guests, 10 amazing comedians, plus Anita Sarge-Kellerman, plus our male breast cancer survivor, Eric Hansen, and especially, I want to make a point about language, taste, and behavior. Hey, in no way is the American Cancer Society going to be responsible for any of the irreverent, horrifying language you will probably hear tonight. It's just, I don't know, it's Dennis's swan song. You know, he's been great for the American Cancer Society. Let's see what we can do tonight to try to bring the little man down. So all the Sunday school teachers and young children under 18, you've all been warned. To donate, this is going to take the format of a telethon. Look over to your chat window where you'll see links to donate. And now I'm just hoping that it's going to be on to the show. I want to welcome my co-host all the way from Idaho.
Pocatello,
Nancy,
Idaho.
Where are you?
Pocatello.
Why are you in Pocatello, Nancy Stanley?
I'm on one of those of trips, except it's just been eat. That's no praying or loving.
Well, that sounds terrific. I thought that you'd fled to Idaho simply because I think I was myself who suggested we do this together in the same space. You said, "Oh yeah, sure." Next thing I know, you're in Idaho. Well, some co-host you are.
You can make whatever assumption you want to make about that, Dave. You know that we've done Titters together and we've raised money together, and I know it's the work of love for you. So you can make whatever assumption you want, and you'd be wrong.
Well, thank you for that. Once again, I want to remind you, if you want to donate money, check out the chat group. And if you just came into a bunch of money, be sure to clean it off first before you donate. That's where we're going tonight. Highbrow humor.
Yeah, well, that took what, 2 minutes? 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Well, I want to take one more minute. The reason I'm doing this, and I want to hear all your stories, but the reason I'm doing it, cancer survivor myself, opposite end of my body, bladder cancer, 90 minutes of comedy gold out of that experience. Everyone in my nuclear family has had cancer, one form or another. Breast cancer felled my mother and my sister. So my heart is definitely in this. And from those two ladies and the friends I make every year in the Titters crew, I am reminded that you do have to laugh to keep from crying, and that laughter is the best medicine if you can't afford morphine.
Well, can I remind everybody at the top that breast cancer is the single most diagnosed form of cancer in women, and it's the single greatest killer of women, or the cause of, I guess it's the second behind lung cancer. Is that right?
That is right.
Yeah. So, and there's so much, you know, what am I trying to say? There's so much progress being made all the time. So,
yeah, and this is a particularly tough year, so
please give. It's really hard this year to fundraise. It's really hard this year to get behind something, but we can all do it.
I've got the stat right here. Breast cancer is the most common cancer diagnosed in women, except for skin cancer, second only to lung cancer as a cause of cancer death, and third behind deaths caused by evangelists finding pool boys in bed with their wives.
Idaho.
Oh, that's true. Shh. Idaho, you're in Trump country.
I know, I am.
Oh, vulnerable man. No, not gonna happen. Nancy, I bet you're curious to know who our first guest is.
Our first guest is Priscilla Fernandez.
You are so right. Our first guest, I'm gonna tell you about her, Priscilla Fernandez. Tucsonan, emotional support human, a silly goose, a feminist, and her expertise is in grief recovery. Great background for a comedian. And she is also a doula, D-O-U-L-A. What the hell is a doula? Hi, Priscilla.
Hi! So nice to be here. I wore all the pink I own in the world. I'm wearing it all right now.
But that's good. That's good.
Priscilla, what is a
Yeah.
doula?
I'm
What do you
actually
do
a
as a
death doula. There's two kinds of doulas. There's a birth doula, and then there's a death doula. So one ushers life in, one, and I usher life out. So that's,
Oh my gosh, you work
Yeah.
cradle to grave.
well, just grave. Yeah,
Oh.
just grave. Not cradle. No. I'm allergic to babies. Yeah.
Oh,
I have a question about that, Priscilla. So when I first met you, I thought you were like one of the funniest people in the whole world, and you do the best impressions of anybody I know. But
Aw.
what about comedy balances that? Which came first, the comedy or the death?
Oh,
And
comedy all the way.
How does it balance out?
Oh, comedy all the way. Comedy set me up for death, I feel. You know,
Me too. All of
it's
it.
yeah, it's the living I'm terrified of. The dying, those are my homies, you know? But I feel like comedy really was a way for me to deal with like all the suffering and the pain of like a traumatic childhood. And then it just brought me into death so perfectly. So I feel like comedy and death are just perfect symbiosis, really.
well, you know, I know for a fact that you were raised by two parents.
Mhm.
I say that like that's really unusual.
Ooh, so rare. Yeah. Tell me more.
And that both of your parents were preachers.
Yes,
What the?
they still are. They're still alive somehow.
Do they love you
Um,
do they love you and forgive you?
Well, let's not go that far. We have a good relationship via text. Let's put it that way.
Oh, so they don't know you.
No,
Okay.
no, they have no idea. No, having two parents as preachers was absolute hell. And both of my parents are Hispanics and Christians. So Jesus was not only our savior, but also our cousin.
Oh, Lord.
So, you know, we just kind of kept it in the family there. But yeah, no, being raised by two really, really, really strict parents who expected perfection out of me, they really tried to scare me out of like having sex, trying drugs, enjoying life of any kind.
And that worked completely, right?
How'd that
Yeah,
go?
complete. Look
Yeah.
at where I am now. Yeah, exactly. But now I tell my parents I'm an atheist, and it kills them. But it sucks because I spent my entire childhood on my knees telling the wind too many secrets. You know what I mean? Such a waste. Such a waste.
We
Yeah.
do know what you mean.
Well, on the knees part, you probably know what I mean. But they they really wanted me to take after them. You know, they wanted me to save souls. But unfortunately, all I have is the shoe addiction. So, yeah, sorry, that was really cheesy.
But
Well-
don't you kind of do that when you usher somebody into death? I mean, you're at least you're there for whatever happens.
Oh,
right?
I should never be given the moniker saving anything. The only kind of
Okay.
saving I can do is hoarding. That's about it. Yeah, no, I'm not saving anyone at end of life. I'm just their friend at end of life. You know,
You're witnessing it.
I'm
traveling with
witnessing. I put
There
the
you go.
bitch in obituary. That's what I do.
That's the best. I put the ick in pandemic, so you know.
So exactly. So if people are looking for like, you know, kind of a not so normal death doula, then they should pick me because I'll keep you in stitches and
Huh.
yeah.
Can we
I
hire
once-
you even if we're not dying?
Yeah. I mean, it's $75 an hour, so you can pay for it. Yeah. Yeah. So basically what a death doula does is, you know, I become your friend at end of life. You know, I comfort the dying. We have difficult conversations, whether it be about cancer or pain, grief, suicide, euthanasia, you know, all the upbeat stuff. We have all the difficult conversations. I help you plan your funeral. We work on legacy projects. So basically my life is one big hospice. That's what it is.
Got it.
That's very exciting. Well, and I know that's a good skill to have because I I know you personally as a wonderful friend, and I know that you experienced cancer in your family. Your mom, right?
Yeah, so my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer at 50, and then she got colon cancer at 74. And it's really hard to see a 74-year-old woman with a colostomy bag. That was actually really hard to watch, hard to witness, because that's no fun. But when a Hispanic woman gets a health scare, it affects the entire family, unfortunately. So there was one point where she was on this health kick of just health smoothies, just the most disgusting smoothies you've ever had. One day she was like, "Mija, come here. I have a smoothie for you. Just pretend it's Jamba Juice. Come here, Mija." and I'm like, what is this? She's like, "I made you an alfalfa smoothie."
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, like alfalfa sprouts?" She's like, "No, Mija, like the hay." So for like weeks, our house smelled like a barn.
Oh no.
Yeah, and my farts were transcendent. Yeah, it was awful.
Wow. Wow. Well,
That's pretty amazing.
yeah, that is.
So anyway, I'm, by the way, I'm doing this in honor of my friend Shay, who has leukemia right now. She's in Tucson. I'm doing this for her. So shout out to Shay.
Woo!
Awesome. She's here. She's
Hearts
here.
to Shay. Hey, Shay.
Yay. So, anyone going through like cancer during a pandemic on top of it, man, call me. Just call me, man.
And you will cheer them up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Not only are you a good spiritual Sherpa, but you are wonderfully
Funny as
faceless
hell.
and inappropriate.
Just call me the Grin
So-
Reaper.
And and also, you do the best impression of white women.
Oh,
Let's
thank
see it.
you.
Let's see it.
Well, let's see. We were Dick and Pepper in one play, weren't we, Pepper?
yes. Oh, Martha. No.
Oh, wow, this is fun. Well, I want to bring on our next guest
Cool, man. This was fun. Thanks, you guys.
because
I'm happy
she
to be
drove
here.
all the way here from up north. It's a long Zoom drive. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Leslie Barton, a stand-up comic.
Woo!
Leslie Barton says, "Life is like a roller coaster. There's always somebody dumber than you are in charge." That would be me. Since 2009, when Leslie was just 14, she worked her way up the local comedy ladder the old-fashioned way. Whoa, Nancy, we'll have to talk about that. Occasional feature headliner, hosting whenever requested. She dreams about helping the world through laughter and sarcasm. Please welcome, hello, Leslie Barton.
Woo!
So, Miss Barton, are you
Yes, sir.
single? Do you have a boyfriend? Are you
You
married?
know, I've had so many boyfriends that it's hard to think of myself as picky anymore. When I think back on the list of dumb shits I've dated. But however, one in particular, there was one guy, here's a joke for you. One guy who I was dating for a while. We lived together, and he yelled at me one night to call his penis the Badger. I was like, okay, Badger. So after we broke up, I looked up badgers, and what they're famous for is digging out old holes and making them bigger.
Oh,
Sweet penis joke.
There you go.
Yeah. And right towards the end, when we were like towards the end of our relationship, he kept saying how much he wanted to put a baby in me.
oh.
Put a baby in you. Every day, I'm going to put a baby in you. And so finally, I just brought one home. And I said, go ahead, big man, put this baby in me. And we got the head and one of the shoulders in. And it was like, wah, that baby was crying. Genevieve was there for that. That baby was crying. He was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know, this baby. And, but it's fine. The baby's fine, living out his full baby life in a ranch in Cucamonga. So
There you go. Happy ending.
jumping over fences, the baby's fine.
That is beautiful. So
That baby's
how
fine.
do you meet men? Match.com or
How do I?
You're on Zoom.
How do I meet men?
Men, do you want?
Yeah, there was quite a spread of years between the last guy I lived with, and the guy I'm living with now. The guy I'm living with now, he let me know that he told me that he had ADD, and I didn't know it meant always doing drugs. No, but he really does have ADD. It's been diagnosed. It's cute though. He's always leaving me love notes around the house that says, I love Leslie. Leslie is my girlfriend.
Oh, smart
This
man.
kid is a dog. Don't forget to lock the back door. Oh, I know he loves me.
So
Wants me to be safe.
Is he occasionally out of the house? Do you ever find, like on his computer, maybe he has a secret internet stash?
No, he's not that conniving. He's the least conniving guy I've ever really met.
Simple is good. Simple is good.
Yeah. And I told my aunt Debbie, he's the guy I'm living with now. He's 10 years younger than me. And I told my aunt Debbie, I said, hey, we were talking, and she said, Leslie, you're going to have to get this guy to marry you. Otherwise, you're just giving away the milk for free. And I said, Debbie, I'm 56. He can have all the yogurt and cottage cheese he wants. Because that's gross. Excuse me.
We're good at gross. We do well.
I don't know. You know what? It's like I'm so old. I'm 56, but I wish somebody had told me when I was 50 that my baby boobs were going to fall off and my adult boobs were going to grow in about 3 inches lower. I think in about 5 more years, my wisdom tits are going to drop. And I'll be the smartest lady in the room. There's some guy's going to take off my shirt and he's going to be like, you're smarter than I thought you were. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, Safeway carryout boy. Yes, I am.
Aspirations there, Leslie. Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you were going to ask me about this, but if I'd known I was going to be doing comedy for so long, I would have tried harder at stripping in my 20s.
Not the same thing, isn't it?
Right? Yeah.
No, it's not. I don't know
Yeah,
who
the
you're
pull
fucking
is
to get
way
time, but
easier.
it's not. See, now when I go to stripping, then when I go to the strip bar, open mic stripping. Now when I go for open mic stripping, it's just they bring me to the stage with, coming to the stage, give it up for Silverback. And I run out. Quarters hurt. Quarters hurt, people. Quarters hurt. Dimes hurt worse, but quarters hurt.
Yeah, but you know, then you can tuck those bills right underneath and hold them there. So that's
I'm learning so much.
You ever had to hide a roll of quarters somewhere?
got plenty of places now.
Disgusting. What a crew.
So,
What a crew.
Leslie,
I'm listening.
you seem like such an extrovert to me that this COVID pandemic lockdown must be driving you crazy. Are you staying sane? What do you do?
Well, I tell you, all this mask wearing is giving me PTSD. Every time someone comes near me, I'm afraid they're going to give me a root canal. Yesterday at lunch, I tried to order a side of nitrous.
Go slower. I'm writing these down. I'm going to steal them all.
Son of a bitch. Although I have invented a few things. I don't know if anybody else has been busy inventing stuff. I know Genevieve was inventing a baby. Cobble that together.
That's amazing.
Come on, everyone knows you don't have a kid, Genevieve. That's just your husband with a wig on. I'm kidding. Jeff's very nice. I like him. But yeah, I've been inventing stuff during COVID. you want to hear?
Absolutely.
For anybody who misses having sex, I invented a nicotine patch.
Nicotine patch?
Women who like dick too much.
Yeah.
So what you do is, like, if you're missing having sex, you just take a nicotine patch. It lasts 7 days. You put it directly on your vagina, and for 3 days you have orgasms, and then the next 4 days you're filled with regret. In case anybody missed being in a relationship during COVID. I invented the back hug, which is exactly what it sounds like. You might want to try with your friends. It's when you want to give a front hug, but it's like a back hug. So you just lock your arms this way. It's very nice. I invented that. I'm happy. I'm trying to make that a thing. Hashtag back hug. But that, you know what? Never mind. That doesn't sound right. Anyway, I also invented the breakfast salad. Biscuit, everyone's a critic. Get out.
For work with kids or
Anyway,
dogs.
I invented the breakfast salad.
The breakfast salad?
It's essentially just a blowjob. But I told my boyfriend I invented it.
She's a genius.
Well,
I'm also working on my porn. I'm shooting a porn during pandemic. It's
You are?
I call it Oldie Locks and the Three Bears. It's me and 3 gay guys. And they're in bed fucking, and I'm at the end of the bed, and I've got a magazine, and I'm just saying, hey, do you think this will look good on me? What about this? Does this look good on me?
Oh, Leslie, you're wonderful.
Was anybody else screaming in their garage before the show today, or just me?
Have a garage.
America was screaming in their garage.
Yeah. American screaming there.
You're right. That's what it was. That's what it was.
That's right.
I guess I
American
meant
in the
that.
garage.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Leslie Barton.
Dave,
Thank you.
let's give it up for people who have given money too. We've gotten more than $500 in 20 minutes.
Amazing.
That's right. If you want to donate, go over to the chat where there's a link to donate. So thank you all very much. Our next guest is a mammographologist. Our mammographologist, Sarge Anita Kelman. Are you there, Sarge?
Yes, I am. Do you hear me?
Barely.
Well, listen up here.
Let me introduce you first.
Well, hurry up. I'm tired of waiting.
The founder of Kelman Beat Cancer Boot Camp, KBCBC, worked in the medical field for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And wow, someone's screen sharing.
Yeah, not me.
Is that
Yeah,
me?
not me
I'm
either.
sorry.
No, I didn't touch anything.
Yeah, me either.
Not me either.
Yeah.
I think that's
Joyce
me.
did it. Somebody named
Joyce.
Joyce did it.
Yeah,
Joyce.
Okay.
Stop that, Joyce.
Damn
Yeah.
it, Joy.
it costs you more money.
Yeah, Joyce. Yeah, Joyce.
Joyce, if
Well,
you
wait
just
until-
go down at the bottom, it says, or maybe up at the top, there's a red button that says stop share.
No, I was trying to do the chat to see the donation thing.
The chat's different than share.
Joyce, we still love you.
We do.
Hope so.
Thank you for being here.
Love you, Joyce.
We
Oh, I
love,
love
you.
you too.
And I'll tell you a little bit more about Anita Kelman. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's a grandmother, a medical professor, and we all know her as Sarge.
Right.
Sarge, how the heck are you, you wonderful woman?
I'm doing good.
I didn't recognize you without your sweats and your
I
gear.
know. I wanted to go incognito tonight.
Well, that's good, because I personally find you very intimidating with your guns.
Well, did you notice my artwork behind me?
Oh.
Oh my gosh, that's an example of libel.
That's yeah,
That's my,
that is when we did Real Men Wear Pink versus Real Women Wear Combat Boots.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Yeah. And that photo, that was my my Al Franken moment. So I'm curious about mammograms themselves, right? I know that women between, I'm going to get into some stats here.
Uh-oh.
Women between 45 and Leslie Barton's age should get mammograms every year. And candygrams, but no telegrams. Right?
That is
So
true.
every year. I've never had a mammogram. What happens during
Oh, I thought you would never ask.
a
I mean,
mammogram? I was hoping you'd demonstrate for me.
let me tell you a story about mammograms. I was trying to explain it once to one of my grandkids. You know, what do you do? So I was being politically correct and saying, oh, I take, help women and I take breasts, put them between these two plates and press it down so we can get pictures of it. He said, oh, you make boob sandwiches.
Yes. Boob Oreos.
There
Yeah.
you go. I mean, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. That reminds me,
Yum.
2 years ago for a fundraiser, a chef contributed some cookies, and much to my surprise, he brought
Oh,
cookies called mammogram crackers.
yeah.
A pair of crackers over a marshmallow with a little cherry.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Another statistic, women 55 and older, none of the women here are in that age group, should switch to mammograms every 2 years, and
Well-
younger men every 2 days. Is that right?
That's about right. Yeah.
That's just why? What happens when you hit 55? Cancer
Well-
says, forget it?
No, what happens is your breast tissue density changes as you get older. Here I go. I'm getting all technical on everyone.
this is
You're gonna
good.
be bored. You'll be like, blah, I don't want to hear this.
No.
But your
know
breast tissue gets more fatty replaced, so the X-ray beam goes through it, so you could see things easier. When you have, when you're younger and you have mammograms, your breast tissue is dense, and a lot of things could hide in there. So to have it every year when you're younger is important. But as you age, if you do get breast cancer, a lot of times it's a very slower developing cancer, and it could be, it takes a while for it to show. I mean, the fact is, by the time cancer shows up on a mammogram, it's been there 3 to 5 years.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So, but I used to think, oh gosh, until you realize that it's that slow. That's how it takes that long. It's one mutant cell that divides until it finally is either palpable or shows up visually on imaging.
Do women with large boobs tend to be more dense?
No. Well,
Could
You
you
wanna rephrase that?
rephrase
Are we gonna ask-
sometimes.
What? What?
No.
No.
So
Well, my note here says,
What if you have little boobies? What if you have little boobies?
Listen, I've done mammograms on men. There's always something you could X-ray. It's a little challenging to get it, but you could do it.
Challenging?
It's challenging. Yep.
Hey, Dave, I have a question.
yeah.
And Anita, I've been putting off various medical things that seem a little bit optional during the pandemic, and my assumption is that there are a whole bunch of people who are putting off
Right.
getting their mammogram.
Correct.
That's bad, right?
It's bad. I mean, it's the bad girl, Nancy. You need to get your
know.
mammogram.
Well, I'm in the every 2 year. I'm in the old.
That, and that's a pretty new rule. I mean, the every 2 years.
Ladies, you need to get the word out, because
Okay.
in 2020, 87% decline in mammograms, 7 million women compared to the previous year have delayed or declined their mammograms.
I thought it was just me. Gee.
Yeah, well,
Right,
you're one of them, Nancy.
Nope,
I'm gonna make an appointment.
nope.
I've
But
held it.
just one more thing I want to say about mammograms. It's not like you get your mammogram once a year and you have a clean bill of health the rest of the year. If you get a mammogram and it comes back fine, and then a couple months later you feel something or something isn't right, you still need to pursue it. You can't just say, oh, my mammogram 3 months ago was fine. I don't need anything. It's not true. And also, if you feel something, your mammogram's fine and you're not sure and you want to pursue it, not everything shows up on mammograms either. So you have to know your body better than anybody else, where if it's not right, pursue it, pursue it, pursue it. Don't just, say, oh, my mammogram's fine.
That was not very intimidating. I mean,
Oh,
that's not the Sarge I remember. That's not the Sarge that would just, as a man, I would just tremble. I just castrate myself in your presence. You're so terrifying. I don't recognize you. What are you going to show up in next? A cocktail dress? My God.
Wait, I'll be right back.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Wow. That was very persuasive.
Okay, well, it's
Okay.
true.
How many of y'all on this Zoom cast are going to get mammograms? Raise your blouse.
Yeah.
Just remember to take the phone out of your bra.
Good. I am so happy to hear it. My mother's was discovered late, a little bit too late. She underwent chemo. And I remember, thanks to her tasteless humor, as a very young boy, I discovered prosthetic breasts.
Oh.
And I discovered them first at the dinner table when I spoke out of turn, and my dear sweet mother reached into her blouse, pulled out a fat orb, and slammed it against the side of my fat.
Okay, so how many mental health professionals have heard of that story?
That's right. That's the kind of abuse and upbringing you can't quite explain. Marge, we love you. And if anyone is, I got to tell you, your Beat Cancer boot camps are so wonderful for the soul and the heart. Could you very briefly tell us why you started them?
Sure. I started Beat Cancer Boot Camp because my goal was to empower cancer survivors and those that love them to take charge of their health. When you're diagnosed with cancer, you feel like you have no control. You have to go to this doctor, do this, take care of that. But coming to this group, it helps you. I mean, I kind of stole the whole theory from the Navy SEALs training, and I used the line, boot camp will make you physically stronger so you're mentally tougher, because you need to be physically stronger so you can get through everything. So boot camp now, it's a licensed program. I'm in 8 states across the country.
Wow.
And it's all about empowering yourself to take charge of your health.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. Round of applause for our wonderful friend. Wonderful. Well, all right, next up, my wonderful friend, Kami Pinko, threat to Western civilization, doer of good deeds, an attorney who serves the least among us, bless her heart. Stacy Sheff is a native Tucsonan. She's traveled the world extensively, came back home to the Sonoran Desert because she loves Tucson. And I do want to mention, you had a wonderful GoFundMe campaign after surgery. Help Stacy get her boobs sooner campaign. I thought it was just awesome. So please welcome our friend, comedian Stacy Sheff. Hi, Stacy. How are you?
Great to be here.
Thank you for being with us. So I don't want you to go all Weinstein on you, but what was it like getting new boobs?
Well, it was quite the process, It's like first you find and I found the lump myself, self-exam. So yeah, super important to do those. And then I had to get like health insurance, and then I had to see the doctor. And so it was like, you get told that, you've got cancer, and it's like, oh shit, somebody's trying to kill me. And it's my own boobs. And so then, you've got to like fight back, and you get to cut off and, or cut out or whatever. In my case, I had my left breast cut off, and I had a nipple sparing mastectomy, so all the skin was still there, and it kind of healed in folds, and I called it my Sharpay boob. And then I had to find a plastic surgeon who would take Obamacare, and so I finally found one. And shout out to Dr. Sandine, it's awesome. And he's like, we can rebuild her. We can make her bigger, stronger, perkier. And instead of like, you know, the $6 million boob, it was more like a monster. It had scars and cadaver tissue.
But was not a
And,
Sharpay, so.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
Why?
Why?
That doesn't sound like a very positive result.
Well, you get cadaver tissue as support. So like it's sort of like a bra. It's a bra of dead people's skin that supports your implants.
Oh, Silence of the Lambs! Oh!
Sexy.
Silence of the Mams!
Yeah. No, I came up with some names for it, like Frankenboob, Wicked Witch of the Breast, Phantom of the Bra.
Wow. You look terrific. This was a long while ago?
Well, you're
Yeah,
not looking at
I'm
her
now.
boobs, Dave.
I'm
Of course she
imagining.
looks good.
Yeah,
Okay, let me.
Don't.
Oh, yeah, that's real. Whoa. Man.
But Stace, you're happy now, right?
yeah, I'm very happy with them now. As a matter of fact, you know, whenever I'm talking to somebody and they're just looking me in the eye and I'm like, excuse me, my boobs are down here.
What kind of monster are you?
Really.
Oh.
They look balanced as well. Along.
Thank you.
David. Jesus.
It's okay. Listen, I'm an artist. I can observe form objectively.
That's what they all say, Dave.
Yeah.
There's actually federal law that says that if they're not, you know, if you don't have a bilateral, you just have a unilateral, a single mastectomy, then you have to, your insurance has to pay to even up the other one. So as in my case, I got a free lift and an implant on the other side.
Nice.
Wow. Women are so lucky in today's medical health system.
I know. We just get everything we want.
Everything.
You know what's completely ironic? The government subsidized that to the fee of $750. Thank you, Donald Trump.
Covered almost all of it.
Yeah,
What country was that in?
really. So, I'm a guy. I don't know the right way to phrase it. Have you road test? Did you road test them?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about? Check
No.
it out.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm
Nope.
saying?
Don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, tell
Like-
us.
Wait, what are you talking about? Can you be
Yeah.
very specific?
Yeah, Dave.
Could you help us out, please?
did I put
Yeah.
my boobs on the road? Is that what?
Has it affected your private life?
Well, the thing is that it's like you think you're just losing a boob, but what you're really losing is your sexuality. Like,
No.
it's crazy. It's crazy because you have to, a lot of it is caused by excessive estrogen. And so the first thing they do is take you off of estrogen and plunge you into menopause. And so it's like I can't even you know, have sex really anymore. It's really hard because, you know, my pussy is so dry.
How dry is it?
Is it?
How dry is
Hey, everybody! How
How
dry
is it?
Why is it? It's so dry. I had sex with a Jew and he got lost for 40 years. He wandered for 40 years and he still couldn't find the G spot. So dry hipsters mine it for humor.
Oh, gosh, I love you. You're so wonderfully tasteless. I have a semi-serious question for you because I know, like myself, you're a petty political creature. During this COVID and this time, how is it as far as writing comedy? I find it kind of a challenging time because it's difficult.
Well, it's true, and there's no like live stand-up venues that I'm willing to go to at this time. So it's like, yeah, it's hard to find the motivation to really write, but things like this help a lot. It's great to see all you guys and hear your stories and like, laugh with you and
Is somebody got a vibrator?
Mowing their lawn or shaving? What's going on?
Yeah,
Turn your vibrator off and save it for later, please.
I'm sorry, Stacy, but as you were talking, I reached for an appliance. That's why you can't see my hands. I picked it up at Ace Hardware, Fascinations Annex.
The dildo?
Stacy, what you're saying really resonates with me. I find I'm getting more humor out of Zoom chats with groups of friends like this. The kind of thing I was never accustomed to doing as a writer or a comic was really, you tend to be kind of a hermit. I've always worked alone, but it was just fun getting together with other funny people and just passing time. Until the slide comes or the vibrator stops.
Hey, and Dave, everybody is really turning out for us. We've received some really great donations. And
really?
It's just, thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Really,
Thank you. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mary.
I think, Stacy, it's because of your balanced and aligned headlights that we just bounced such a lot of Mary.
Oh,
Yes.
if you
Yes.
want to get really,
Yes.
yeah, I have a new party trick out of this. So because it's like, it's all like under the air, maybe I'll turn on the headlights for the headlight trick here.
Sure.
So if you'll focus your attention here, it's all under the pectoral muscle.
Uh-huh.
So I can.
What the?
I didn't see that.
I can see it.
That's sick.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that was our headliner. Right there. Wow. I don't know. Thank you, Stacy Chef.
That was amazing.
Oh,
Thank you.
that was
Thank you.
amazing. I
And
I
my
think
boob.
it's just a natural lead-in from Stacy Chef to our next performer, a mother, a mom. She's a Phoenix-based comedian. She describes herself as a human. Yeah, right. Not a bunch of raccoons in a trench coat. She's I really look forward to hearing you and meeting you because I've researched you, and you are you're kind of a mover and shaker as in comedy up in Phoenix.
Yeah.
So I'm delighted that you would take the time to join us because you're probably already organizing your own fundraisers as well. Anyway, it says here you live with your husband, you got 2 cats, and a lifetime of regret. Genevieve Rice, welcome.
Hello, fellow boob hounds. Yes, I do live with my husband. He is a doctor.
A doctor?
Yeah, he's a doctor of jazz. He can write prescriptions. They'll just be for Miles Davis. But he's a jazz guitarist, and I feel like it's kind of my job as a jazz wife, clear up kind of the myths and misconceptions about jazz that are out there. Like for starters, he does not have a ponytail. Yeah. He's also never called anyone cat or daddy-o in my presence. Now, he does do heroin. That's just because that's the law. That's jazz law, baby.
Yeah. How did you meet? How did you meet a jazz musician? And why weren't you immediately suspicious?
We actually met on Match.com. Yeah.
Was the fact he was a jazz musician a primary characteristic that attracted you, or is it something you discovered afterwards?
I mean, basically, like, we just, you know, like you know, like we just, you know, met. I
You saw him and you said, "I want a baby."
Yeah. I do have a toddler too.
Yay.
Mom. I'm a little bit older, so I basically reached the age where I either had to have a baby or I had to become a witch.
I think you made the right choice.
Eventually, it's just like, all right, baby, it is. I'm a witch too. So.
Oh.
But
does being a mom kind of does it bring out a little witch-like behavior from time to time that you are surprised by?
Oh, totally. I'm just like just being a mom is just like constantly doing spells. Like it's just just constantly doing spells, making potions. Yeah, it's pretty great.
I get it. My 35-year-old daughter's in Phoenix. She has her second toddler, 1-year-old. And when we FaceTime, she's constantly breaking away to mutter under her breath between gritted teeth. Hi, Dad. Good to talk to you. He told you to stop the toilet. Yeah, we're fine. I love watching her lose it. It makes me feel good about how shitty my parenting was. Your toddler is just so cute.
She's very
Strangers must come up to you constantly and try to give you COVID.
No, one thing I don't miss from quarantine. There's a lot of things I miss. I mean, no longer am I sharing a lollipop with 30 to 40 of my closest friends.
Those were good days.
But with what I don't miss with my daughter is how many random strangers would come up to me and call her a heartbreaker.
Wow.
It's so strange. It's just like, oh, your daughter's so beautiful. She's going to destroy so many people's lives.
Is it stressful? How do you cope with the stress? Do you smoke? Do you have wild sex with Jasmine? Do you drink?
I quit drinking. I quit drinking.
You quit drinking?
Yeah, I know. You guys
We should applaud that, shouldn't we?
You guys, no. You guys, yeah, don't try to be supportive.
Right. Yeah.
I just want to make it clear, in case you're uncomfortable, you guys don't necessarily have to give it up. I gave it up because I basically reached the top of my alcoholism game, and I had to give up. Like one day, I had no choice. I just had to put down the bottle, straighten my wig, get out of the bathtub, and leave that one people.
Wow.
Eric, I think that's it.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think the wife took care of that. As she
Every
takes care.
time it comes on, your face comes up.
Every time she takes care of everything around the house anyway, so I think she's trying to take care of that. So I do apologize.
No worries, we just miss you.
Wow. Is she drilling manacles to the wall of your bedroom? Is she putting stirrups on the ceiling? What is she doing, man? Wow. Sorry, Genevieve.
I want to know, I heard Genevieve or saw her post something about Fiona ordering stuff online. Has she been doing that lately?
Basically, my daughter takes my phone like every day and basically just like sends people gifs and she sends people gifs. She's like posted stuff online. So
How old is she?
She's 18 months.
I need a personal assistant. You need to send her my way.
Precocious as fuck.
I can't do that.
Has she ever tried to hide your phone? I think that's next. Where's my phone? I don't know.
She had her own phone and then she lost it. We haven't found it. And it's the worst because we've basically just been inside. It's the worst. Losing things is always terrible, but losing things during a pandemic is like even worse. It's like, where did it go? We've gone here and the car and that's it.
Right. You know you're truly going insane when you can't find things during a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So you're all at home together, like 24/7.
Yeah.
How do you escape one another?
Pretty much. I am a realtor. So
sweet. How's biz?
Yeah, I know. Don't mean to brag, guys. You might be asking yourself how I got into that line of work.
How'd you get into that line of work?
Do tell.
Let me get the Larry King thing going.
One night, very late, I was out driving, and all of a sudden, this man ran into the road. And I tried to miss him, but I ended up hitting him with my car. And I go to see if he's okay, and it turns out he's dead. So the next couple of weeks are kind of weird. All of a sudden, I'm never not wearing a blazer. I find business cards with my name and phone number on them. I wake up, I'm conducting an open house in Arcadia. So naturally, I go to seek some answers. And it turns out the man that I hit with my car, he was a realtor. So I then had to take his place as a realtor. Guys, if you're looking to buy or sell a house, I'm a realtor until someone else kills me.
No, girl, you're the haunted realtor. No, thank you. No, thank you.
That's how I became a comic. You know.
I might let you tell me a shed, girl.
Is that why you? Yeah. Is that why you started drinking?
Basically just like a witch's curse one day.
Is that a real story? That's a real story?
That's how realtors are made. So.
I need to burn some sage around you, okay? You need some sage, baby.
The Harry Potter realtors.
Sorry. We need to start love and support for Genevieve.
Yes.
Bless her heart.
Look, I'm sorry.
Oh, her poor child.
Some holy water your way, girl. Holy water.
Can we give you a piece of clothing to release you?
What does your mommy do, little girl?
Hey, we need a round of applause. We broke $1,000.
What? Yay! And we have Genevieve's daughter to thank for phoning that in.
If you saw that house in Arcadia, it was a big donation.
Well, thank you, kind donors. If you want to donate, click on the link in the chat. I think we're having a pretty good time. And I guess at this point, I just want to thank Genevieve Rice for coming on. Please stay, please stay, please stay. Our next human is a Tucson comedian who ran a weekly open mic comedy show at Cafe Passe back when it was alive. She used to produce a thing called The Dating Game back when comedy was alive. And a variety show called What Now with Amber Frame back when comedy was alive. Well, we're going to have a fun time anyway with our wonderful, delightful friend, Mo Urban. Hello, Mo Urban!
I need to update my bio, man. That's like hella old.
No, it's like,
Wait, hold on.
You've
this is like
actually
up
been
to like
doing comedy.
1990.
Wait,
Yeah.
You actually did comedy recently, right?
did I? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
Really, you're not sure?
How was it being on
It was
stage?
great. Yeah. There was like real people and laughing and stuff happening. I was like, whoa.
Was this a paid event inside an actual club, or was
Yes.
this like a random alley?
Same. You know, random alley, comedy club.
Yeah.
You know,
Brick wall is the same.
What was the club? Let's give them some respect.
Sluts Comedy Club.
Really?
Why am I laughing
I'm
so
sorry,
much?
Sluts Comedy Club?
They're doing
Yes.
distance shows.
What's happened?
They're doing distance shows.
Yeah,
they know
yeah.
them.
They check your temperature and they separate tables and stuff. It's great. You gotta go. Thank you for having me, by the way, and thank you for all of the donations. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Over $1,000 and all these funny, amazing people. I'm glad to be here. Yeah. What's up? Hey, how's it going?
Sweet good news. Well, what's going on? I'm trying to think about how next week drawing political cartoons to my newspaper. I'm going to try to draw cartoons that are critical of the president who may be in the hospital. Other than that, life's great.
I'm sorry, but when I found out he got it, I was like, ah, that's what you get. Sorry. I was like,
Okay.
I hope you have a chronic condition. Okay.
Okay. On track.
Sorry.
So, hey,
What?
Mo,
Yes, sir. Yes.
got any interesting hobbies?
Did I write that or did you?
It's not on my list, so.
Well, I didn't know, like, I didn't know until the quarantine that I like birds, like a lot.
Oh.
And but like, I had some birdhouses that I painted for Michael's, but the like birds weren't coming, you know? And then like, I was like, shit, I better get a bird feeder, but the birds still weren't coming. So I like Googled, why aren't the birds coming?
Yeah.
And then and, like, they're like, get a bird bath and a tree. So I got a bird bath and a tree. Finally, the birds came, Dave. They finally came, but like my first reaction was like, keep it cool, man. Don't let them see. Don't let them see how excited you are. Because I know I'm pretty
Stupid
sure.
doves, or are they hummingbirds, or what?
No, they're finches, and hummingbirds are mean. I swear, it'll come right to my window. If I haven't said it, this is true, and it'll be like, at my window to like fill it up. It's true.
Maybe they want to feed off of you.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I heard one of them go, that chick's way too needy.
I can never free myself. So, birds, huh? So, do you live in a neighborhood where you got trees and birds? And
Yeah. Oh, coyotes. Like, we've made friends. I'm trying with the birds. They don't want to be friends. But the coyotes, me and the coyotes are like, yeah.
Really? Don't they just
Yeah.
look guilty and wander away? Like they're like they look
No.
no matter when you see them.
I had
they
one
just-
come up to me the other day. We have so many around here. It was like, sup? I swear. Just took his little coyote paw. What up?
I almost catch them doing bad things because they're not friendly.
so, Mo,
Oh, they're so, yes.
Mo.
Yes,
This is
sir.
This is my Larry King thing here. Mo.
David. Tell me. What?
Mo, tell me, what have you been doing to take care of yourself? During this
Oh,
pandemic?
well. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've seen the pictures.
I bet. Bird watching. Yes. No, I like to masturbate. That's fun. I know, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the thing that turns me on the most is to like I get so turned on. I don't mind sharing. Like when I think about times that I've received validation, I'm just like, oh, you know. It's like, that's a good question, Mo. I'm like, oh, like you can totally pull off a onesie. I'm like, nothing, mother. Oh my God.
Wow. You're blessed with a wonderful incentive for an insatiable curiosity.
I like the such awkwardness in the room right now. It feels so good. I miss this.
Well, that's because none of us here masturbate.
Right.
Oh,
I mean, look at us.
Right.
me either.
Eric comes up again with the dildo in the background.
That's right. Okay,
Toothbrush.
on a serious note, I talked to you about this a little bit before the show, but it's worth talking to you about, I think, here. You work at a wonderful domestic violence shelter. What's the impact of coronavirus on women's lives in terms of the issues you see?
Ugh, Dave, man, you're killing the mood.
Really funny.
That's not funny at all.
I know.
No, it's actually not good because they're trapped in the house with their partner because of the pandemic. So there's really it's hard to get away because a lot of people are abusive, can find their partners, want to know everywhere they go. But you know what I would say? I would say instead of asking somebody, why did you stay or why did you go back? What we should do is ask the abuser, why do you choose to be abusive?
Amen, sister.
Yeah. But can I tell you something, Dave?
Please, yes.
Aside from domestic violence and stuff, I realized I'm very spiritual because of this experience. Yeah, I started watching the Dead Files, so that makes me spiritual. Have you seen the Dead Files? Have you seen?
I love that show.
Listen, this is good. So the Dead Files is when people have ghosts in their house and they want to get rid of them because they're they're mean, right? So this is true. There is a number of women that have reported men inappropriately touching them. I'm like, really, guys? Even when you're dead, we can't get a break. Come on, give it a rest, R.I.P., this is when we really need you to ghost us. Seriously.
Hey, where's Jacob Marley? Anybody seen Jacob lately? Oh,
Thanks for doing this, by the way. This is great.
Absolutely, and love your thoughts, and that's why we love you dearly. Hi, Mo.
I love you.
Mo, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me and putting up with me. I appreciate it.
Yay.
You're the best.
Yeah. I want to bring on our next guest because I'm terrified of him because he's an alpha male. And I have such a difficult time with toxic masculinity that this stud muffin who's coming up, he just exudes it. And I also think even though he's married, he's just here to meet vulnerable women. That's wrong. But he's a wonderful guy. His name is Eric Hansen, and he is a male breast cancer survivor. So please welcome Eric. How are you tonight, man?
Hey, doing great, David. How are you, man? What a crowd you put together! I tell you, I thought the only way you could get crowds like this was to beg to pick up the tab.
That's not going to happen.
Absolutely fantastic. Thanks for the invite. Thanks for all the effort you put into this. Super fantastic.
Oh, my pleasure. I've always wanted to spend more time talking to you about your very unusual experience. I'm curious, how did you feel getting a mammogram? But also, how did you detect that you had breast cancer?
Sure. It was funny. I'm hard-headed like every male. I had an itch on my chest and I itched it and I said, where did that lump come from? And of course, we're living here in Arizona. Everything bites or has prickles on it. So I said, you know what? It's a bug bite. So I just kept blowing it off and then it didn't go away. So then of course it becomes an ingrown hair. Yeah, if something doesn't go away, you just give it some other reason for being there. And we found out that it wasn't an ingrown hair. And thankfully, my wife had breast cancer screening training when she was in her early 20s in Omaha, when she worked for Mutual Omaha. So I finally relented and I said, hey, babe, can you check this real quick? And the look on her face was like, dude, you got to get this checked. So we ran in and the PCM said, yeah, let's go ahead and get you scheduled for a mammogram, which I thought, okay, cool, this is going to be a good trick. I like testing people. Mm-hmm. So we went in to do the mammogram, and I thought the lady was like had a hearing problem or something because it was like she was trying to put my shoulder into the machine. I'm sitting there, no, the rotator cuff is fine, dear. And she's pulling and squeezing and pulling and squeezing. And finally she gets it in and she says, don't move. Like, did she hack into my 23andMe account, find out I was descendant from Houdini? Where am I going to go? Like, this ain't going to happen. It's like, did she want me to go like 100% David Copperfield on her, just disappear and end up in the waiting room reading a Reader's Digest? I'm sitting there like, Dave, I'm not going anywhere, I promise. So we got that one done. She showed me on the screen. I don't know if she's supposed to or not. Showed me on the screen and showed me the tumor. We did some biopsies, and then the great thing about it is I worked about maybe a 3-minute walk from my doctor's office, and so my doctor calls me. I'm on the phone with a client. I can't take the call, so she sends me an email saying, "Dude, you got breast cancer." And I'm sitting there like, man, getting cancer itself doesn't like really suck enough, but you find out by email. So that was kind of rough, but I still got the email. I don't have the doctor anymore, but I still have the email.
So how was the treatment? Surgical, chemical? What was the treatment?
And that's great because I went in and I saw Dr. Scuzzi. She was the first doctor I saw. She was my breast cancer surgeon, and I immediately told her. I said I'm very disappointed. I'm heartbroken. I'm troubled because when I retire, I wanted to be a male dancer at a bingo hall, and I felt like that career was just shot. There was no way, and not being 40 pounds overweight would ever print my desire to be a male dancer at a bingo hall. and then she said, and I got to give a shout out to Stacy. She said, "I got great news." And I'm sitting there, okay, awesome. Everybody else is wrong. Dr. Scuzzi's right. It is an ingrown hair. I'm going home. And she goes, "I think I can save the nipple." And I never really understood how important that was until I started speaking with other breast cancer survivors. And so she was able to save the nipple. She did the surgery, and that was pretty cool. I went into surgery. I'm all prepped up. I'm in a gown. And again, I try to read into things sometimes. So I put the robe on. And if they're going to do breast cancer surgery, you need to have the opening to the front. So I put on my gown. And the tech comes in, the person doing the IV, and she goes, "No, the opening's supposed to be to the back." And I said, "You guys are doing like breast cancer surgery." She goes, "Oh, son, you're naked when you're in the operating room anyway." So I started to get all worried and flustered, and so that was kind of interesting. But then after surgery, it's fun after surgery, of course. The surgery went well. They did get good clear zone out of it and stuff, so that went well. But coming out of surgery, they're wheeling me home or wheeling me out to the car, and I got to pee so bad. They've been pumping fluids in me and drugs in me and everything. So I'm to the restroom, and I start to pee, and it looks like a 7-Eleven blue raspberry Slurpee comes out. So I just bust out laughing. And I didn't know that they pump all this dye into your body to try to figure out where things are at. And that should be concerning to us. If they have to pump things into your body, eyes to figure out where things are at. Where did they finish in med school? Like, these docs are probably not top of the class. They got to use like tie-dye to figure out where you're at and stuff. So I just started laughing. I'm in the bathroom and I'm laughing. And the tech outside, the little wheelchair tech or whatever, I hear him start laughing too. Like, oh, he knows what he's laughing about. Again, being hard-headed, I hate to be down. I like to be doing stuff. So I get home, the wife puts me upstairs, throws me into bed, throws some more drugs into me to either keep me out of her hair or to help with the pain. We haven't figured out that one yet. And so I go in to use the restroom, and I'm still doped up, so I forget to flush. And so the wife comes in and she says, "What are you doing up trying to clean the bathroom?" I'm sitting there, "What are you talking about?" She's convinced I'm using a Lysol portable cleaner in the bathroom. Little does she know it's my urine. It was an experience. But
and yet your partner was supportive. She didn't just.
Oh yes, super supportive, just incredibly
supportive. What's wrong with her? What is? Really? She stays with you?
Hey, and believe it or not, yesterday, 21 years that she's hung with me. So I'd say it's pretty amazing. But the one thing that she did that was just really, really just amazing. And is right after my surgery, she went and had a breast cancer tattoo, the pink ribbon tattoo. She had that placed on her breast in the same exact location where my tumor was, the same size as my tumor and everything. And so that was pretty special.
Wow.
Oh,
That is.
it's amazing. That's a really neat story.
I love these stories.
Yeah, and it was just it's amazing. And the good thing about it is now it's most times guys don't get to sit down with women and talk about their breasts without being like a pervert or something, or just some of the open conversations that I can have now with women who have gone through breast cancer surgery, and it's just amazing because it's there's nothing sexual to it. It's cancer. It's something that we struggle with, something that when you get diagnosed, you start thinking, man, this is just going to be crazy. I did get some good benefit out of this. Thanks to radiation, I have a real nice sunburn on my chest. And when I get my chest waxed now, I only have to pay half price because the whole other side of it is just completely dead. There's nothing growing over there. So there is some benefit, long-term benefit to this. It took me a while to fight to get that half off discount. But hey, I stuck to my guns. I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. I went 100% Sarge on them. Yeah, I'm sitting there now. You ain't get this. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not paying you full price. You're only doing half the job. So yeah, it's pretty cool when you're out at the pool and you have this chunk missing out of your chest, but there's no hair there to hide it. So that's always pretty awesome.
On that note, thank you, Eric Hansen.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I want to talk with my friend Stephanie, who's up next. First, I want to apologize for misspelling her name so often. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I'm just going to call you Stephanie L.
Leonga.
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 You hear that? I love that voice. Stephanie Leonga is a decorated. This woman is a kick-ass, decorated Army war veteran. God bless her. We love you. Thank you very much. Who uses her military experience to captivate, meaning scare the hell out of her audience. Her comedy has been described as raw, and her energy's out of this world. And she's originally from a country named after a cookie. She's from Cameroon, Africa, she's so beautiful. Hi, Stephanie Leonga!
Hey, you! Oh, thank you so much. Hi, everybody!
Hello.
Yes. Oh, I didn't know Cameroon was a cookie.
I don't think it is. It's like it's on the in the Gulf, isn't it? It's like
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Atlantic Ocean was like my backyard. That's where I learned how to swim.
Can you quickly, I'm curious, how'd you get from Cameroon to Arizona?
Okay, well, long story short, my parents couldn't do right. So mom left dad and came to Chicago. I guess she couldn't go far away. She couldn't go too far. So she completely left the continent. She said, fuck this shit. You know, fuck going down the street, fuck going to another, I'm going out the country.
Wow,
yeah.
Strong woman.
So she moved to Chicago, and I moved later, but I grew up in Cameroon.
Wow.
Yeah.
It must have been tough for such a shy person like yourself to grow up with such a
okay,
mother, right?
Yes. Yes. Very, for a very shy person like me, of course it was hard. Yes.
Yes.
And of course you motherfuckers over here think that African people live on trees and shit. So it was hard for me to blend in, you know. So I had to just play it raw. I guess I live on a fucking tree, motherfucker. But okay.
Hey, Stephanie, I have one for you. You know why Donald Trump's happy? Why Donald Trump's happy tonight?
What?
He loves the white sheets at that hospital. What?
That's so fucked up.
What? So do you have kids?
I do. I have 2 terrorists Yes.
Turn 'em
15
in!
and 7. Hell no. I
Wow.
have told them, look, my room is out of bounds right now. If I even hear you breathing around this area, I will have. Look, I'm gonna send you back to God. That's how I scared them. I have to tell them, do you want to meet with Jesus today? They're like, no, Mom, we'll wait. Okay, go about your fucking business then. You gotta threaten these fucking new kids because these are the kids that want to call 911 on you. You know, so I have to put it in the notes already that hell no, that is not an option. Your option is Jesus and God. I will send you to them too, and that's it. And I will ask for forgiveness later because you got me fucked up. So it just is what it is with me, you know. These are the same motherfuckers that do seances and shit. Don't get me. Look, when I say that terrorists,
Seances?
yes,
Like talking to
seances,
ghosts?
like the little ring, the circle, the damn star, stuffed animals around that motherfucker, and they sing "Charlie, Charlie, are you here?" That type of shit.
In your house?
In my fucking house.
Wow.
Before I had sage. I didn't have sage back then, so I was sprinkling sage seasoning around this motherfucker. It smelled like Thanksgiving in this bitch. Yes, so I don't play around with them two. I have to keep them on guard. I think Area 51 is missing 2 aliens. Okay, they're right here. They are right fucking here. Okay, you look no further. I got them. They are impersonating children. And the crazy thing is, Dave, when I go places, everyone's like, "Oh my God, your kids are so well behaved." I'm like, yeah, they know how to act in front of people. That's acting right there. Acting.
Oh, I know that.
They will set your house on fire, walk away, act like nothing happened.
Where are they right? Where are they right now? Are they listening?
Yeah. No, right now they're supposed to be in the living room. I got one ear on them because I can sort of hear one. The other one is listening to her music. I can hear her sing. That's the teenager. You know, she act like she antisocial and shit. That motherfucker is hosting Al-Qaeda meetings, okay? Yes. Then the 7-year-old, that's the one who starts the seance. That's the one I say is running the government. Trump, this motherfucker right here is running the government, okay? If y'all taxes are fucked up, your stimulus check is missing, come over here. Somebody got answers for you. Shit. I'm telling you,
that's
I don't
now?
trust
I gotta
these
go.
kids. Bye, Stacy. Bye. I hate that you gotta go too, because I was gonna send these insurgents your way. You are a lawyer, aren't you, girl?
I was gonna join
Okay.
the other meeting running the government in the other room.
Oh,
we love
that's
you.
fine. Yeah, but they're the ones requesting your ass, then I guess.
Right, hiring me.
Look, yes, they are. Look, I'm telling you guys, you can't trust them. They got Stacy as a bug. Stacy is the mole right now. She's about to go She's about to go tell them what the fuck we're talking about.
A woman's got to earn a living.
Yeah.
He had the mole removed, though. That's.
So they caught the kids actually doing a seance? What are they doing?
Yes. So they had their stuffed animals like in a circle, and then another bunch of stuffed animals like in a star shape. And then my son was in the middle of the star. My daughter was outside the circle, and she was going around that motherfucking circle, and he was in there chanting, "Charlie, Charlie, are you here?" I just happened to walk in on that. Yes.
Wow.
That is
terrifying.
why I smoke weed and drink in the middle of the day, because that's the type of shit these motherfuckers are doing. My pressure is fucked up, okay? Like, it's crazy. I already got PTSD from the military, you know. Then I gotta have these children, and it's like, Lord, are you trying to tell me something? I know I fucked up in the past, but then why you gotta punish me like that? You know. I think that's one of them. Didn't I tell your ass not to come in here? Yep, it is. It is.
Yeah. Hey, I learned through a little research that you deal with folks with dementia.
I do. That's my day job. I'm a caregiver.
Yes, you're a caregiver? Oh my God.
Believe it or not, I got these people laughing, okay? They forget that they forget shit, okay? Yes. With me? Yes. So I have something written on my shirt all the time. This one says, unless God sent you, it's an entanglement. So the lady that I watch, she loves to read my shirts. She loves to ask who the hell is on them. You know, the one shirt she don't like though, it says God is dope. She hates that fucking shirt. She's like, I hate that shirt. I'm like, why? You don't like God? She's like, no, I do like God. But why does God have to be a dope? I'm like, no, see, you back in 1931 and you thinking dope means a bad thing. I said, no, in 2020, dope means good. Okay. Dope means good. It doesn't mean drugs. It doesn't mean something bad. No. Dope means awesome, great, you know? And then 2 seconds later, she forgot that shit again. So I got to remind her. So the shit is fucked up. Yeah.
Wow. That can't be easy. Does everyone wear a mask at the hospital? Or at the
I'm not even in the hospital. I'm a private caregiver. So I go to one person's house. And and we're lucky because she doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, that's
so she can't leave her house. You know, I only go to her house and I make sure I'm like real good. Like the kids don't go anywhere. I only go to her house and probably to the store and get groceries and that kind of shit. So yeah, we're very careful with how we go around. But she can't leave her house. She's amazing though. She's 89.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yes.
Is she
the
still?
other day.
She's
so together, but like the only thing she forgets shit, and she forgets like every 2 seconds. So like she knows what's what, but she just forgets shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I had Frank Sinatra playing on my phone because she likes music, and she goes, "When is he doing the next concert?" And I'm like, "Oh, girl, he's super gone. He is gone, so gone. He's gonna be more gone, you know." And then I'll say, "Okay, he's gone." And she go, "Oh no!" And then Michael Jackson comes on, and she goes, "Don't tell me he's gone too." I'm like, "Yeah, girl, they all gone." So in the next concert gonna be up there, but you gonna see everybody up there though, you know. And then 2 seconds later, she's like, "Can we go to one of those concerts?" And I got to go back through the drill again. And it's like, damn. But it's like a revolving door. If you have children, it's the same thing. Because, you know them kids, you got to teach shit to the kids. Yeah. Same shit. So, now, I mean, your kids don't ask you if you're a slave, but every now and then she's like, "Are you my slave?" No, girl, I am not. I'm like, we don't even use that term no more, okay? That's not even a word. They took that out the dictionary. Don't say it again, okay? And she goes, okay.
Yeah, I kind of
Constitution though.
Since the pandemic, she's been asking about gloves and your mask and all that. So she doesn't grasp that there is a pandemic going on. So every now and then I got to switch my answers because it gets tiring after you keep saying there's a pandemic out there, you know? So every now and then she's like, "Why you have on your gloves and your mask?" I'm like, "Girl, I just did 3 surgeries. I'm going back in about an hour. I'm coming to kick it with you for a bit." So I change my stories around, you know? So she thinks I'm a surgeon sometimes, you know? She thinks I got a green thumb. I don't know why I would have a mask with a green thumb, but you know, it works, you know? She thinks I'm a snake catcher. And I'm scared of fucking snakes. Whatever works. We'll use it.
Whatever works. You know, you gotta make those. You gotta make it through those days. You gotta make those days interesting.
Yes. Because oh my God, sometimes
I regret I didn't think of this question much earlier in the whole program, but just talking to you, I wonder how'd you get started writing and getting the courage to actually perform in front of other humans?
Okay, so funny story. I was working as a school liaison at an elementary school, and the kids for some reason just loved me. They just, "Hey, Miss Stephanie." I'm like, "Hey, but how you doing, girl? You know, how you doing, honey?" You know, for some reason the kids just fucking love me. I didn't know that they like this, but I guess they do. So, with that being said, a few of the people were like, "Hey, have you ever heard of Laughs?" And I was like, "No, what the fuck is that?" I was like, "It's a comedy club. You should go up there." I was like, "Oh, hell no, I don't do that. No. I'm just a likable person, but I don't do comedy. No." And they're like, "No, just go up there and talk for 3 minutes. You don't even have to write anything. Just go talk about work." I was like, "Nah, I'm good." You know, so one of them smokes with me. So she got me real good and fucked up and high. And she was like, "Girl, let's go to Laughs." I went to laps, and she convinced me to go do 3 minutes, and I've been doing that shit ever since. And that was in 2015.
That's
And it just stuck. Yeah, it stuck with me. So I was like, okay, I guess I can make motherfuckers laugh. I guess I could do it. And then it kind of helped me because when my dad passed away, I kind of shut comedy off for a while because I didn't think I wanted to, you know, I didn't think I wanted to just be around anymore. You know, I was very close to my dad, you know, so that was, you know, a lot. So, you know, when my dad passed away, I just took a break. I was gone for a while. And then when I came back, I was like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't go because this makes it feel better. You know, when you laugh, sometimes you gotta laugh to not cry, like you said, you know. So I had to laugh, not to cry. Yeah. So that's why I'm here. Yeah. So
Great.
And I love this show because I lost my sister to leukemia when she was 9 years old. And that was like, yes, that was so hurtful for me because I was 13, I think. I was 13, yeah. So that was the first loss I ever dealt with my sister. Yeah. And it was like one day she was here. She went to the hospital, we thought, to get blood, and she never came home.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So you've seen the cruelty of the disease, which is why this humor here tonight is so remarkably powerful and beautiful and strong.
Yeah, totally.
And fuck death and
yeah, man, I got to light on that one because it's gonna make me shed a tear.
We're gonna shed a tear and bless your heart. Well, with that, I want to thank you. Thank you, Stephanie Leonga.
Thank you guys so much for all of this. I appreciate every last one of you guys. Woo.
Oh, absolutely.
Love you guys.
Please stick around for our next guest. Donate by clicking on the link, which you can find in the chat.
And thank you, everybody who's donated. It's great. And coming in fast and regularly, and thank you so much.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, that is wonderful. This next person I consider a friend. She's an artist, which is cool. And maybe most folks don't know that about her secret life. She's a very talented artist. She got her start in performing with the long-running stage show Female Storytellers. Fist! Terrifying to a guy like me. Comedy at the Wench, Brouhaha, and Borderlands. Oh, God, remember comedy?
I know.
And annual shows with Nancy Stanley's Estrogen Hour. And, and she's back for Titters 2020. Please welcome the wonderful Amber Frame.
Hello. Hey, everyone.
Hi, Amber. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. It's good to see everybody. I wish I could give you all big hugs like in the before times, you know.
And I guess not even a back hug. Not even a back hug either, like a front hug.
I know. I do Leslie's weird hug though. It's just that's just like butt to butt. Is that how that works? I was trying to picture how her hugs work. But I'll try it. I'll try it.
With our friends, we do what we call the Edward Scissorhands hug. We just kind of stand apart from each other, do that.
Yeah, it's a lot of awkward hand gestures these days. Like, oh, this means I'm hugging you, or like smothering you to death. Either way, you know, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, you look terrific and warm and cozy. And is that your home, or did you break into someone else's?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to keep it kind of quiet because they could be home any minute. But no, this is my home. And I love Zoom comedy because I get to showcase the most aesthetic corners of my house. I just got that set up, and also this is cool because I got my little camera down here. It's the first comedy type of comedy I've done where you can check your hair midway through the set. So it's
always important.
Make it okay, yeah, because you couldn't do that on stage. It would look awkward, to bring a mirror. But now I can be like, yeah, that's good. So yeah, we can go.
Amber, one of my life regrets is that I've never been to the Wench to see you perform in this wonderful comedy program, wherein I believe is it all female comedians who impersonate male comedians?
It's not all female, but we do have a lot of women each year. It's a show called Dive Laughing, and I co-produced that with Roxy Mirari, where we recreate our favorite dead comedians and we perform in character their sets. So I am George Carlin each year, and Roxy Mirari is Mitch Hedberg, and it's a ton of fun. We will be doing it this year. So it's going to be live on Facebook, you know, just like the type of format that we're doing right now. It's going to happen. We're going to rise from the dead. I think we need George Carlin's voice.
So bad.
Pretty badly these days.
Yes.
So.
Oh, absolutely. And I have seen photos of the event, and I thought, my God, she kind of looks like George Carlin. You got that kind of zeitgeist, that kind of ghost going.
I wear a beard like strikingly well, I have to say. It's a different look for me. Like I wasn't expecting to go in that direction, but I put it on. I'm like, this feels right.
Yeah. One of my favorite subjects that you talk about is about having anxiety. And I think we're all kind of living with it on steroids these days.
Why, is anybody else feeling anxious right
No.
now?
Yeah, how are you doing, Amber? You look very calm.
Well, I'm good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing well. You know, like everyone, it's been hard and it was really difficult, especially the first couple months. But what's happened is that I've really settled into a lot of new routines that have been helping me a lot. So now, for instance, like every day, every morning, first thing, I get up and I go running through all the scenarios of like each horrible thing that could happen throughout the day. You know, I like to just dive in right away, and I just find that sets me up well for the rest of the afternoon. And it's also like a really effective workout too. This could be kind of a, you know, like an exercise tip for other people with anxiety out there. Like some people right now are still trying to go to the gym and do exercise routines, but I personally find that when I want to get my heart rate up, I can just like reflect on my past failures, and I tend to hit that target BPM like pretty quickly. So I hit there, stay there for about 20 minutes, and then, you know, kind of drink a beer, do my cool downs, and I'm good to go. So.
You always struck me as a fitness buff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, and I know, like, I can sense some of you are like, well, what about strength training? But the fun thing about that too right now is I'm getting the muscle gains from just being in constant tension, and that's been working out too. So I've got all the bases covered right now. It's great. Yeah. And then you hydrate, you know, in between.
No. Yeah.
So
yes.
No.
Time to hydrate.
Yeah.
Oh,
look at that.
Yeah.
Dave's he's outclassing everyone with his martini there. Like
no. So Amber, are you working these days?
I am not. I have been gainfully unemployed since the start of the pandemic. But it's okay, you know, because I've had all this time to really think about like what I want to do next and what direction I want to go in. It's hard because I have, you know, I can imagine myself being successful in so many different types of careers. And now that I'm watching so much more TV, I have more, you know, fodder for that imagination too. So right now I have a couple different ideas. I've been thinking a lot about maybe like moving to England and becoming a baker of like elaborate cakes that can be judged by others, is one idea. I also was thinking about maybe getting into law enforcement, not the problematic kind. I specifically was thinking of like moving back east and becoming a New York City police detective, Olivia Benson. That's another idea. But honestly, this one, it feels like a stretch, but it's really resonating with me right now. I went on YouTube a lot recently, and I think I should join Stomp. I think that might be my calling. So I know I know you're like, but Broadway's closed. But hear me out. Like, first of all, I'm already wearing overalls. So from what I can tell from their videos, I'm like halfway there. And I own my own bucket. So again, like ahead of the game. And I just have all this time to prepare. I think I'd be great, you know? It's because it's hard sometimes. Like, have you ever been in a big city and there's that guy, you know, the guy like busking, doing like the bucket drumming, but sometimes it's not that good, and you're like, oh, he probably just got his bucket. And like I could really like train and be really good by the time everything opens up again. So
that's awesome. I really like your positive attitude.
Yes.
And in fact, you're kind of my role model now for making the most of this time.
You just make what you can of the situation, you know.
Probably learned a lot about, you know, like how DNA is analyzed, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could join the FBI and become like a serial killer profiler.
Yeah, I've been watching Rizzoli Isles, right? And so, like, I could be a pathologist, I think, by now, you know.
Absolutely. As long as you're taking notes while you're watching whatever you're watching,
of course,
I think it counts as like continuing education.
That's research. It's not just fucking off. That's research. Yeah.
No. It is research. Yeah. If I've taken a shower and I have a pen in my hand, I'm in school, essentially.
You're all ready. It's like school. It's like med school.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what's cool? I think it's happening right now. This is like a continuing dialogue. This is like an educational research dialogue.
That's right. Career exploration, if you will.
Yes, I will.
And now this aging hippie would like to interrupt simply to say, God bless the FBI and the CIA.
Especially the CIA, dude.
Yeah. Don't forget the NSA. You know,
and the NSA.
They feel left out if you don't talk about them.
I hope the NSA are enjoying this broadcast.
But not the TSA. No.
You know, Amber, I think you may not have considered this, but listening to you right now, I feel so touched and inspired. This would be a great TED Talk. Yeah, how to make the most of this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I know some people who are just listening to birds.
You could call it an am talk.
That's
or ambien, you know, like Amber Good. Ambien.
So some of my friends whom I FaceTime or Zoom with seem depressed. Others folks seem very resilient. It seems like you're cheerful. Are you staying connected with folks, Amber?
I am. You know, it's good doing stuff like this, and you know, I'm trying to do comedy here and there. The Sterling Wench open mics are still happening via Zoom on Mondays, and that's been fun. But I don't know. I'm trying to stay in touch. It's weird the people that I find myself thinking about, though. You know, I am kind of a worrier by nature, and so it's good to keep in touch with my family and friends. But sometimes it's like the weirdest people who pop into your head, you know. Like a while back, I saw this guy. I saw this guy on the street, and he was wearing a backwards baseball cap. You know, he had it turned around, but then he was using his hand to shield his eyes from the sun. And I'm like, oh, like, how's that guy?
Bless his heart.
Bless his heart. Exactly. I just, you know, I worry about people like that. So I just hope he's okay out there.
I hope he's okay too.
Yeah.
You're a very empathetic soul. I don't know how you survive the world.
With much difficulty, Dave.
Well, we're all pulling for you.
Yes.
You're also our guru at the same time.
We're in awe. We are in awe of you, Amber.
Well, many blessings to everyone.
Feeling that.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it for our friend Amber Free.
Yeah.
It's so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Cheers.
And if you want to donate, check out the chat on the right hand of your screen. find the link and donate there. Our next guest, a wonderful friend, charming, delightful. On stage, she's fabulously frenetic, but off stage, she's fully fatigued. That's what she says. She's from Baja, Arizona, raised in Nogi. Please welcome our sweet, wonderful friend, Stina Salido.
Stina.
Oh my God. I'm thinking, I haven't seen you in forever.
Me either.
And your hair is really cute.
Thank
Let's
you.
see it. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's
Yes.
good.
Right here,
Let's-
yeah.
Shake
I
your
know,
hair
like
on it.
hair,
Shake
like
it, girl.
getting a haircut became like a real politicized thing during the pandemic, right? Like it was
Right.
a big deal. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm like, I haven't gotten a haircut and I'm fine with it because every time I get a haircut, like that first week, if I look in the mirror, like after getting a haircut, all that looks back at me is like a little poodle puppy. Like,
Total regret.
total regret, total puppy regret. And I at first I'm like, oh, I look like a dog. But then I'm like, oh, look at you, look so cute. You look so cute. I get so excited. I look down, I've peed everywhere. I'm just a real bad girl. A real bad girl. A little bit incontinent, but mostly bad. Mostly bad.
Well, it was worth it because your hair is beautiful.
Thank you. My boyfriend actually has long dark hair too, and we like shed like little monsters. But you can always tell the strands apart though, because his are straight and mine are bisexual. It's just a different texture, you know. Mine like boys and curls, you know.
Oh,
Nice. So you have a roommate. I didn't know this.
Yeah, I have a boyfriend actually. I live with my boyfriend. And I mean, it's been pretty peaceful for the most part, but we do have some issues, like some drain issues. We're clogged, like our hair just clogs them up consistently, you know, and like we have to, so we make a lot of like runs to Walmart, like at midnight, like emergency runs to pick up Drano because it's like that bad. And we are there so often that I think the cashiers think we're making meth at our home.
Yeah.
That's how much Drano we're buying, you know. But the people at Walmart, they're so sweet. Like they don't judge. They're like, girl, get the generic brand. It crystallizes faster. Do you guys know?
That's good.
They're so
I
sweet.
had a friend who was a maid who worked for Carlos Nakai, and she would complain about cleaning out his shower drain.
Oh.
Here. Contacts to know and tell, such as, you want to donate? It's over here in the chat to the right. You've all been very generous. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank
Stina,
you.
it is so good to see you, and your hair is adorable.
Thank you.
So have you been able to, well, you don't need to get out because you're at home, you're with your boyfriend. What more do you need? Do you ever get out, or what do you do?
You know, it's so funny because like I asked him if I could cut his hair. And he was like, no. And I was like, why not? And he's like, I don't know what experience you have cutting hair. And I was like, I trim my own pubes all the time, like consistently. I am good. I'm good. No, but I have the times I've gone out, it's like essential things. I've been to the doctor. I've been to the doctor recently. And last time I went, the nurse was so sweet. She was so excited for me. She was like, girl, you are back to your high school height. You're so sweet.
Nice.
You're so sweet. You notice my spinal compression. You know, I work so hard. But like, I like, you know, when they weigh you and they do the height at the beginning of the thing. Like a lot of people don't like that. Honestly, I don't mind. I keep the shoes on for the height and I kick them off for the weight. That's what you do. That's how you do it. But I had to go because I went and got tested for ADHD. Do you guys know there's a test for that? Yeah, there's a
No.
test for that. They made me take it. I didn't finish. I got distracted. And that's how they knew. That's how they diagnosed it. It was fine. But
Dana, I always want to ask you about that because I'm ADHD too. Did the whole test thing.
And you know,
Loved it. Ritalin.
the doctor,
Thank you, Jesus.
right? The doctor told me he could tell even before he got the test results, because of my like scattered thoughts and my pressured speech. And I was like, oh my God, you've seen my comedy. Thank you. You just never know where you're gonna find a fan, you know? You just don't. You don't know.
We got to get a group rate on all of this stuff, though.
Well, I think for many in the world of comedy, ADHD is an asset because it's the free associative nature that permits one to write such creativity that you can make strangers laugh.
For sure. I always get called they always call me like a spicy Latina. Spicy. She's Latina.
You're
You know, and I was like, oh, it's more my ADHD. That's really good.
Spicy.
Spicy.
Hey, Nancy, you know, she's one ADHD Latina.
What it is.
Spicy, that's funny. At least that's complimentary.
Yeah. I think so too.
It's kind of saucy.
Kind of saucy. They
Kind
like
of sexy.
They like it when I laugh. You know, they call my laugh infectious. And you guys might have noticed the rash you got since I've been off mute this whole time.
So how was, I want to ask you, as a boy who grew up in Tucson, how was it growing up in Nogales?
Nogales.
So
Spicy. A lot of spice down there.
Did you go to high school in Nogales?
Competition.
I did. NHS. I was a flag twirler.
You were a twirler?
I was a twirler, but everyone called us the cattle guard. They were very color guard.
That's so
That's not very complimentary or kind.
Yeah, very nice.
The cattle guard? Did you
Yeah,
guys
cheerleaders
did you
made up
move
that
and
name. Don't you know that?
It was the drum line. Drum line is so vicious. They are.
Yeah, vicious.
They are snarky snares. I don't know. I don't.
Good one. Good one.
Christina, when did you start to do comedy?
Out of the womb, I came out.
Wow.
Straight out.
There's a finished set too, just right there.
You're always.
Yeah. Tight 5 out of a very loose cervix.
Give it a 9.
It was like 4 years ago. 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, as far as performing it, you've always had a natural, wonderful sense of humor, I thought.
Yeah, thank you. I was always undiagnosed ADHD, you know. Thank you.
Well, but some of us are undiagnosed comics, so that's even worse.
There you go.
And that whole ADHD thing, don't worry about it. The rest of the world just has an attention surplus disorder.
There you go.
Let me tell you that.
This has been really good laughing. It's made me feel really good. And I was already feeling good because I've been taking like multivitamins.
You have?
I have. I've been taking these multivitamins and I'm telling you, I'm so relaxed. I feel like I'm at the beach. Like every time I burp up the fish oil, like it's just beautiful sea breeze out of my mouth. Really lovely.
You are taking care of yourself.
I'm trying to, yeah.
How's your roommate doing? Is he taking care of himself?
Yeah.
Spill some dirt. What really annoys you and pisses you off about him?
Oh God.
Is he listening?
Well, it's, you know, like Genevieve's, like he's a jazz musician as well, like Genevieve's husband.
Oh my God!
Why did we get 2 jazz musicians?
And it's
just form a support group.
And it's just so hard to get through the house with all the needles on the floor because of all that heroin he's doing. So that's just been really annoying, you guys.
You know, my friend Elliot Glicksman produces an an annual jazz festival here in Tucson. And I think tonight we've discovered our two headliners for the
No
Tucson
kidding,
Jazz
Jeff.
Festival right here, Genevieve Rice and Stina Solito. Stina, it's been a real delight seeing you and talking with you. We love you so much. Thank you for being a part of this. I saved China for last because I've watched her from afar like a creepy stalker. I think I saw you once at Odyssey Storytelling. I think that was you. No, you're not sure?
No, it wasn't, but that's okay. I should yes and this and just be like.
Just put me out of my misery. But I swear I've seen you speak somewhere before, and I was just charmed by your storytelling ability. So it's a delight for me to welcome a creative Southern Arizona, and she's a volunteer and a resource coordinator. Is that true?
I do that, yes.
You're a resource coordinator for what group?
For the Southern Arizona AIDS Foundation.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, they do not endorse anything I will say tonight.
No.
For the record.
Good move, China. Good move. Good move.
I know Stacy's listening.
Yeah, because here I want to make fun of you because my wife spent 8 years at the U of A getting a degree in literature, and I see you studied creative writing at Seattle University.
I sure did, and now I work for a nonprofit, so it goes. I like to feel good about myself without making very much money. That is the benefit that I don't get. Forget medical. Who needs it? Self-esteem. That's priceless.
That's right. Well, I hope you're going to benefit from the change in 20. I hope we're all going to benefit from the change in 2020. Yeah. So I asked you for favorite subjects, and I like this list here that you shared with me because the first one really resonated because I am a married man, and I remember the first time I heard this acronym. I really didn't know what it was. And I thought maybe my wife was referring to a technical school or a university when she used the term UTI.
Yeah, I could maybe be mistaken for a woman in STEM. I like to think when I proclaim that I'm constantly having a UTI, but no, if you don't know what a UTI is, like that's a brag. Consider yourself God's favorite, truly. It is a urinary tract infection. If you're unfamiliar. And that's just like one of the fun little parts of my personality. Some people have an infectious laugh. I have my infectious badge.
Oh.
Yeah. I always smell like cranberries.
A lot of cranberry juice cocktail there,
yeah.
Well, Eric Hansen feels your pain.
Yes, yeah. We need solidarity.
Yes,
in the
yes.
UTI struggle.
Equal opportunities, yeah.
Well, how do you treat a UTI? Isn't it it's an infection, and you need to treat it with chloroquine or Lysol or?
Yeah, you can just spray some
Cranberry
Windex up there and hope for the best.
Windex, damn.
That has got a sting. That has got a sting.
We need some thrills in 2020. I'm in the house, bored,
Well,
bored in the house, bored.
Yeah.
Dave, how is it that you have never had to go buy Monistat for somebody? Now, come on. You're my age.
I carry a moist washcloth at all times.
Spray cranberry juice. Or egg.
Unbelievable.
Good question, Nancy. Thank you for China, you don't have a UTI right now, do you?
Not currently, but thank you for your concern.
Doesn't that feel great? Nothing feels better than not having a UTI. It's like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
Truly, truly, truly. Yeah, I just moved in with my partner. I am
What?
gay.
You tramp.
I know.
What?
Before marriage, even.
Oh my God! In America?
Don't tell God.
Nah, he's not listening.
Do your parents know?
They do. Yeah, they're finding out right now. Congratulations.
Well, tell us about the lucky man.
Yeah, they're a lucky them actually, because gay as it is. But yeah, it's been good. You know, I like to consider myself, I guess bisexual is the term that works best. Technically it's like pansexual, but my first language is Spanish, so I always read that as pansexual, and like see my body and know that I like carbs. You know, like I need to like put that identifier on me. So yeah, I live with my partner. We could have a law firm. We could be cowboys. We could have sex. It could be any of those three things. And it's been going good so far. I feel like I can call myself queer officially. Like I have U-hauled. You know, I thought I would have to shave my head to earn that title, but I've fulfilled the requirement.
How long have you been an out human being?
An out human being, about 5 years now.
Good. Wonderful. So you're happy with what's the word you would use? Roommates, lovers, companions, partners?
Partner.
Yeah, I say partners. Lovers is cool too. That's dirty. That has like
That's
sexuality to it that I
Yeah.
like.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, look at that. Genevieve wants another baby.
That's cool.
So, is this kind of new? Are you living with these? So it's two men.
It's one person, one human person.
Oh, so it's one human person.
Mm-hmm.
And is this the first time you've had a roommate?
No, but the first time I've like lived with someone who I am like involved with. And it's good, you know, like I think the timing of it worked out, like with the pandemic and everything.
Yes.
I mean, put things into perspective. Like I always need a nut in close proximity. And so that's something
This is the first time you're living with this you said someone you're involved with ever?
Yes. Yeah.
You've never lived with anyone? Oh, girl, you got a lot to learn. How long have you been living with this person?
As of now, 2 days.
Oh, shit, girl. Come smoke with me later down the week, girl. I got you. We can talk.
Ladies, I think China could use some advice.
Oh, yes, girl. I got mimosas and blunts, girl. Hit me up.
I'm ready. Yes, I need all the wisdom. Like, again, like it's just like the world is ending. Who cares what they see? What I order on Amazon? You know, at this point, like it's just like a warm body
care when
at
you
night.
See fucking candy wrappers by the side of the bed at 2 a.m. You're gonna fucking care.
Potentially, maybe.
Right.
You know, it is day 2.
I got nothing.
Yeah, like the underwear on the floor.
Oh my God,
like
the underwear
really
on the
cute
floor.
at first.
Oh no, yes.
Seat up, seat down.
This is very sweet that you were all implying that I'm not the crusty, dusty, stinky one.
No.
That's a nice assumption that you're making.
Because you're the one that's here, huh?
We're telling you that your crusty, dusty habits are the shit compared to somebody else's. You're not prepared to deal with somebody else's crusty, dusty shit, okay? Because compared to everybody else, I'm the cleanest motherfucker in the world, but everybody else is dirty to me, goddammit, okay? Everybody. So,
Everybody
yes.
listen to Stephanie. It's true.
Yeah.
This is 17 years living with the same person. 17 years. I got a rose bush out in the back just for him.
You know, I mean, like, I feel good about this. This is gonna go well. I just signed a lease a year in. Y'all are making
it's okay, girl. It's okay.
And
I still got you though. Mimosas and blunts whenever you want.
Yeah, I'm still on that.
Have you figured out who unloads and loads the dishwasher?
Yeah, they load and they unload.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. What
She
do
got
you
one
now,
in.
what do you do?
Humble brag.
What chore do you tackle in exchange?
I provide some pleasure, some assistance, some like chuckles here and there while they load the dishwasher.
Not chuckles.
Oh my God.
That's
Hey,
important.
Ellen, you mind if the person moves in with us? Wow. God, that's the sweetest personal Zat I've ever read in my life.
Again, 2 days in. Who knows?
2 days. Yeah, 2 days.
Well, good luck to you. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Good
It's
luck.
very sweet. It's very
Um,
sweet.
Well, to me, a strange old man. You're young. Yeah, you look fertile. You want kids?
I thank you so much. That's maybe the nicest thing anyone could say to me.
That was Harvey Weinstein's opener.
I could easily join a cult, could easily be a victim. It would get me for sure. But yeah, I do want kids, and it's like something weird to grapple with during this time, especially. I mean, like before this is not much better, but yeah, I don't know if they'll be around to see like a good world. So I don't know. I started a birth doula training yesterday, actually. It's been a busy week around here. Because if I don't know if I'll be around to have kids, I want to at least like assist in the process, like can't beat them, join them kind of situation.
I can rep my kids to you.
That'd be perfect.
Yes,
Thank you.
girl. I'll give you the first week free just to see how you do.
I would love. I'll take them. But yeah, I do, and I'm like thinking of freezing my eggs at this point. But it's like climate change. Like, will they thaw at a timely rate?
God, I so want to steal that for a cartoon. That is so good.
Look, unless my alien kids take yours with them on the alien ship, and then you're fucked.
Oh man.
That's also the fear is like, what if I freeze the wrong eggs? What if I freeze a serial killer egg and the good ones are still up there?
Right.
My kids can switch that shit. Beware, child. Just beware. Just beware.
But it's so good to have hope. It's so good to keep nurturing the part of us that wants life to go on. So you go ahead and keep all of those eggs, right?
Thank you. Yeah, I really should.
Yeah.
Like that's something too, is like I don't know if I want kids. Is it selfish? Is it like do I just
Yes.
want to see what my it's selfish. I want to see what my face
Yeah, but
looks
so
like
what?
with another face. I want face down. But
There's a wonderful ancient Jewish mandate to the world that should be our mission in life to repair the world. I've always liked that term, making an effort to repair the world, and that's what I think of when I look at my grandchildren. I think, God, they're entering a planet that's just so fucked, and their lives going to be devoted essentially to repairing the world. And one other thing I have to say that's beautiful about them is they're mixed race children. In a sense, I think that may be the answer to our world's future in terms of this ridiculous tribalism.
Amen.
So, yeah. You know, one of the things I love about tonight is hearing these wonderful, diverse voices speaking openly, and you all are making really cool connections with one another. For example, we have 2 doulas here tonight.
Right.
One on each end of the continuum.
Dueling doulas. Yeah. That says a lot about our society in terms of us loving ourselves, that there's room in this world for 2 doulas, maybe more.
And so many people who take care of others in this group, you know, in one way or another.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a good deal.
Yeah. And good humored souls.
And the Hebrew for repair of the world is tikkun olam, and there's actually a magazine, Tikkun, which is founded and still now it's online by Rabbi Michael Lerner. But people of good faith or not necessarily connected with a faith tradition but have good ethics are all contributors and invited to read it. Tikkun, Tikkun, Tikkun Olam.
Thank you for that, Joyce. And
You're
I want to
welcome.
thank you personally because my cartoons have been reprinted in that publication.
Oh,
I'm part of the
fabulous.
I'm part of the vast conspiracy with George Soros.
Yeah, right. The best one.
I have to say it's been a
The
wonderful
best conspiracy.
I have to say it's been a wonderful night with all of you. Hey, Dennis, how'd we do? Did we raise a couple of dollars?
We did. So I just want to thank everyone. And I was just in the process of, I think, typing Kim, I think, who I just missed. But so far, when we started tonight, Dave had $0 in his fundraising website, and it's now up to $1,652. Thank you for your donation.
So great.
Yay!
I'm going to put in the chat box his website one more time. For those of you who enjoyed yourself tonight, please post it on your social media pages to say, you know what, I just attended a really fun evening to help raise money for the American Cancer Society. And please, it was so fun. Please join me and help support Dave, who is a Real Men Wear Pink participant. For the month of October, he's going to wear something pink every day and bring awareness to breast cancer and ask for support. He's trying to raise a total of $2,500, so you got him more than halfway there. And so your support and helping spread the word to get him to his goal would be greatly appreciated. So thank you on behalf of the American Cancer Society for all that you've done tonight. If I missed your name on the list, my apologies. Dave's going to be getting, I believe, about 39 emails should be in his mailbox right now saying a donation was made. So thank you to everybody.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I want to thank you, Priscilla. I love you. Leslie Barden, you are awesome. You're cool. Sarge, I love you. Stacy Chef, you rock. Let's start a riot together. Genevieve Rice, you're adorable. I want to adopt you, which is so wrong. Mo Urban, you're brilliant. Eric Hansen, you're a pal, buddy. You rock. Love you, man. Stephanie Leonga, my God, I have to party with you.
Leonga!
Lahuda! What's up?
Leonga! Not Lego or Liaga.
It's really so easy.
That's what I Lego. Wonderful. Amber, you're adorable. Anything you ever want, I'll do anything you ever need or want. I'm yours. Stina Salito.
Wow.
Stina, absolutely adorable and wonderful. And China, you rock. We'll have to do this again. I thank you so much for doing this. I hope you all have enjoyed this, for such a good cause. And I'm also thinking, there's a wicked side of me that's thinking, it might be fun just to get comedians together to shoot the shit like this, like once a month on Zoom. Just to see what grows out of that. But nonetheless, this has been a fundraiser for making strides against breast cancer. And on behalf of my sweet mom and my funny, tasteless sister, I thank you all for being a part of this. I love you all. Thank you for your kindness and generosity. Good night.
Love you too.
Love you. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks, everybody.
Love you, Dave.
Thanks for the donation.
Dave and all, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.